I have been on both sides. I've been an extreme saver and an extreme spender. So when I was a saver, I would set a goal. Once I reached that goal, I couldn't spend my money because the guilt would kick in. Then when I was a spender, I would have the car I wanted, travel wherever I wanted, eat what I wanted, but still it felt empty because it was the two opposites, but the same trap. And it took me years to see it. You are probably one of these two. So your savings grow, but the spending still hurts. So you are waiting for some day to come so you can enjoy your life and spend the money that you've saved. At the same time, you don't want your savings to go down. You want both of these. So on the other side, life is comfortable. People are living their life, and you realize that you are not building anything. So I'm going to explain to you why it's the same problem, but the setup that you need is your solution. And I'm going to explain it to you, and it's not some motivational or a few tips that you find on the internet. I'm going to share with you a personal story, a shameful one, so I'm not proud of that. So I went on a trip with a friend and colleague to Madrid. It was during the Real Madrid PSG semi-final, I think. And we're at Burger King, we were discussing jobs and salaries. At some point I mentioned that I used to work at McDonald's, and he said, how much was it? And I looked at the food and said, the food was 20 euros. And he said, no, I mean the salary. And then I felt ashamed because it was at this moment that I realized that my mind, where it was, not the fact that I was calculating all these expenses, but it was all about money and investing. So something broke that day. After Madrid, I thought, I'm done. I have a good salary and a good job. I want to live my life now. So I would eat out more often. I would go to restaurants more often. I would travel a few trips here and there. And then, I would just buy clothes without hunting sales. Nothing crazy, no debt or no drama. But that's why it's dangerous, it's just too comfortable. And if you ask some people, I've got the Instagram life, working in Luxembourg and enjoying the best life, going on holidays every 2-3 months. And but at some point, the truth kicked in, and at the first few weeks, first months, you enjoy life, but after that, you get used to it, and the same thoughts come back of thinking your investment account is frozen, it doesn't move, it's not going anywhere, and you are still going from paycheck to paycheck. So you've got the same sentence, the same waiting and hope, and the same guy, trying to sort his situation. And in the end, you don't fix anything. You just switch sides. So imagine that the real cause is the money. So you've got a huge pile of money or gold. So you have two choices. Your brain thinks either you lock it or you just release it. You do whatever you want. And it's not even your fault, It's not a character flaw. It's just a structure problem. That's why it keeps failing every time from both sides. I'm going to give you the solution right now. So listen very carefully. If you have the possibility to have 3 bank accounts, that would be perfect. Or one bank account with 3 different compartments with, let's say, 3 different bank cards. So your expenses would be split into 3 different accounts. That would be perfect. So this is my solution. So the first account, you would have all your fixed fees, monthly fees, rent, your monthly bills, electricity, car lease payments, insurances, and everything. That would be your first account. For me, it's, let's say, 1,300 euros, but I round it up to 1,500 euros. So I know that every month from this bank account, I'll only keep 1,500 euros. That's done. Now I've given you the structure. And what's important is to understand what's the goal behind it, because the method in itself, it doesn't matter, because you've got plenty of solutions on the market. On YouTube, you can find all the best solutions for personal finances, but it never works out. It works for 1 month, but then it fails, it collapses. So the goal with that is to give you mental clarity and to understand by categories where your money goes. So at least you have a mental clarity, and you'll see where you are spending too much or way less than what you thought. And then on the other side is the saving side. You need to, let's say, if I'm able to save 1,000 euros, I'll take 700 or 600 euros. I'll put that aside. I will not touch it. The 400 or the 300, I'll just use that money for unexpected expenses. So I don't feel guilty of ruining my budget and my savings targets every single month, because it's unrealistic, to think that you will not have any unexpected expenses. So for car parts, your car breaks down, you need new tires or this or that, something unexpected, or you need something in your home. All these things, if you do not expect these in advance and you do not prepare a certain amount for that, it will not work out as well. So it's important to have a certain flexibility. You don't have to be like, oh, I need to save 200 for this category. I need to save 200 bucks for traveling. I need to save 300 for this and for that. It's too rigid of a structure. It is tiring you. It's like saying you go to the gym on Monday. I have to go to the gym and do especially these exercises. And if you don't do that once, twice, after 5 times, you'll just give up because it's too tiring for you. If you would have to keep in mind one thing from this video is these 3 bank accounts for 3 different categories of fees. So you will have a clarity. Mentally, it will be easy to grasp, and you'll have this clarity every single month, and you'll see where your money goes. And at least, you'll have this. It doesn't matter if you reach your savings goals or not, because it's relevant. This is for every person. It's quite different. So these fixed rules that you find on the internet, it's not important because it's not tailor-made. It's for everyone, and it can work on everyone and nobody at the same time. So just keep that in mind, and slowly but surely you'll find your pace regarding your expenses.